Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Cancer, October 2021. So Cancer, we're coming into a month that is going to be really focused on kind of releasing a lot of the pain, a lot of the trauma around your heart chakra. And a lot of this is going to require you to be very mindful in your head, in your heart, to put an end to some of the darker force energies that you've allowed to live within yourself alive and well. This is going to be a deeply transformative month for you. And starting off with October 6th, we have the new moon in Libra highlighting your fourth house that Cancer naturally rules over. The new moon in Libra wants us to focus in on love, on making things right, on really seeing some balance restored back in our home, back in the family dynamics within it. This is going to require you to recognize where it is that, again, you're overextending yourself, distracting yourself with other people's lives, with other people's wants, needs, and desires. And now you have to pull your energy back, start nurturing yourself, implementing those boundaries to make sure that you are creating a balanced scenario of energy in your home, in your life. The new moon in Libra is going to highlight for you where it is that you have to lighten the load and be a little bit more playful in your attempt to bring more happiness, more joy, more pleasure into your realm. That, of course, will have a major effect on the family dynamics that have gotten a little bit heavy as of late. Also on October 6th, we're going to have Pluto, the great destroyer, the great transformer himself, come out of a retrograde and go direct in Capricorn. This has been a tough aspect since, I'm going to say, about 2008, when Pluto kind of entered into Capricorn energy, because, of course, Capricorn sits across from Cancer in energy. Pluto going direct in Capricorn is going to be highlighting your seventh house. While he was retrograde, he really illuminated for us where it is that our fears, our insecurities, our doubts, and our uncertainties were alive and well, especially where it is that we've given our power away in our personal relationships of the past. And now that Pluto is going direct in Capricorn, highlighting your seventh house of relationships, you're really going to have to take your power back, really see a huge transformation in how it is that you are allowing other people to get the best part of you, and where it is that you need to implement new boundaries in order to share yourself in evenly distributed kind of way, so that you're not taking out of an already half empty cup. On October 7th, we have Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and pleasure and worth, moving into Sagittarian energy, which is going to be a wonderful shift, especially seeing how Venus's time in Scorpio was a little bit dark, was a little bit heavy, a little bit overwhelming, especially considering our intimacy issues, what it is that we truly desire in our personal relationships, and of course, had to recognize the voids that were alive and well within us, looking for somebody outside of us to heal those particular parts of ourself. Venus moving into Sag is on a brand new quest of truth, a brand new quest of knowledge. She needs to align to her higher self and sort through her relationships and her money matters to see where it is that maybe things have gotten a little bit extreme. Venus in Sagittarian energy will be highlighting your sixth house of your day-to-day life, of your tasks, of your chores, of your own health and wellness. Venus moving into Sag is really going to lighten the mood, make you a little bit more confident, and make you a little bit more excited for the paths that are currently unfolding. We're about to walk into unfamiliar territory where new adventure is just around the bend. And Venus moving into Sag, she definitely wants to have a little bit more fun and be a little bit more playful, especially after the energy has been so dark and been so weighted. On October 10th, we have Saturn, the Lord of Karma, going direct in Aquarian energy. This is going to be highlighting your eighth house. Your eighth house is about death, rebirth, and transformation. And it has been a very long, drawn-out time of learning tough love life lessons in order to restructure your thoughts, restructure your energy to start supporting you instead of supporting other people. Saturn going direct in Aquarius wants you to see a bigger, broader vision, wants you to be downloaded with an aha moment that will shift the way that you've been looking at your current situation, looking at how it is that you have been operating, mind, body, and soul, and of course, Cut the ties with those old narratives, those old energies, those old memories to free you up from the things that have really been holding you back. On October 18th, we have Jupiter, the planet of growth and abundance, going direct in Aquarian energy as well in this 8th house. This is time for us to definitely get optimistic, to get positive, to get excited about life again. We are making huge strides in growth. We are expanding our minds, we're expanding our hearts, we're even seeing an expansion in our physical realms. But all of that is going to be highlighting where it is that you do have to disconnect from your old attachments. My Cancer and friends are so nostalgic, very much romanticizing the past, really trying to just talk themselves into a light and fluffier situation than actually transpired in the past. And these are the energy blockages that are alive and well, preventing you from truly moving forward. This 8th house needs you to take a good look at these not so nice thoughts and feelings and really cut the cord with those attachments to free up your energy, to be open, to be excited, to renew your confidence, renew your faith in the possibilities to come. Also on October 18th, we have Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, going direct in Libra. So Mercury has been retrograde in Libra, highlighting this 4th house of home and family, memories especially. Boundaries have been tested and really testing you to nurture yourself instead of pouring into other people at this time. Mercury going direct is going to help us reestablish the balance, the fairness in our personal relationships, really seeing a fair energy exchange by communicating our wants, needs, and desires, what it is that we need from the people in our lives in order to make us feel safe, secure, protected. We do such a good job at providing those qualities and characteristics to other people that now it's time to ask that from the people that we love so that we can feel that energy too. On October 20th, we have the full moon taking place in Aries. The full moon, of course, wants to provide us an ending of a cycle, releasing the energies of a cycle, and we have to go back to the springtime. We really had a lot of excitement back in the springtime. We were focused on bringing things to life. We were looking at what it is we wanted, what it is we needed, what it is we desired. We had new passions really come alive. And many of us have failed in bringing those particular wants, needs, and desires into physical manifestation. The full moon in Aries is going to be highlighting for you your 10th house. The 10th house is your career. It is the roles and responsibilities in your career, and it also affects the financial situation coming in from your career. The full moon in Aries, although is a little bit fiery, will likely trigger a little bit of irritation and aggression on where it is that you feel overburdened in your work life. And because you are being triggered to advocate for yourself and to balance the scales between your work and home life, you might have to speak up and you might have to be a little bit more forceful, a little bit more aggressive in making sure that you are heard, making sure that you are taking the right actions to stand your ground, making sure that you are really letting people know what it is that you are willing to tolerate and what it is that you're not. This is going to help balance the scales in this career and home life area and really provide you with the next level of authority where your roles and responsibilities are concerned. On October 23rd, we have Scorpio season beginning. Now, Scorpio season is a sister water sign to you, so this isn't going to be as dramatic as it will be for other people. Scorpio season does want us to take a little bit of a dive in the darker depths of the waters, in our emotions, in our psyche, to see where it is that we can turn some of the past pain and trauma experiences into motivation, into power to motivate us to make a change, of course, for the better. Scorpio season is going to be highlighting your 5th house. This is your heart chakra. This is really going to bust down some of the walls that you have built up very tall, very firmly around your heart space, of course, initially in order to protect yourself, and now, of course, blocking out love and romance and creativity that you have been praying for. Scorpio season is very intense. It is all about reaching a soul level of our intuition and alchemizing the not so nice parts into something that is beautiful. We are going to really have to take a deep dive into the pain and trauma that we are 100% holding onto in our heart space. And of course, purge that energy to create a brand new slate for new connections, new love, new romance, new creativity to actually enter in. October 30th, we have Mars, the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desires, moving into Scorpio as well. Now, Mars is a co-ruler of Scorpio, so this is a very powerful placement for him. This is also going to be illuminating your fifth house. Your fifth house, being your heart chakra, is actually going to benefit from this energy because Mars is very aggressive right now to actually express himself, to go ahead and actually take action, to make things happen, to pursue his new passions, his new desires. Now, we have to be careful that we're funneling this energy correctly because it could also trigger a lot of anger, a lot of aggression, a lot of irritability, a lot of frustration that we aren't able to process in a very good way. Of course, the Scorpio energy is an emotional energy, but even from the darker emotions, we have a huge ability to transform this particular heart chakra area into something stronger, into something more vulnerable, into something a little bit more powerful when actually pursuing the wants, needs, and desires that we're now currently being illuminated to. So some of the messages coming in from the universal guides that you can concentrate on as you move throughout the month of October. The very first thing that they're bringing to my attention is likely connected to the fact that Mercury is retrograde coming into the month, because they're talking about being torn in your choices, in your decisions, in your headspace. There's a lot of confusion. We're lacking a lot of clarity. It does feel like there's a tug of war going on inside of us. And especially when our heart and our head is concerned, there is a dramatic divide. What they're trying to bring to your attention is the fact that this is an energy that we need to sit in confusion. We need to lack clarity in order to figure out what it is we actually want. Many of us, when Mercury is retrograde, rely too heavily on the logical and practical processing of the lower intellect. Because you're a Cancer, because you're so intuitive, it is time for you to kind of abandon your ego and that lower level intellect, really lean all the way into your spirit, into your intuition, and see what it is that you feel guided to do. Many of my Cancer and friends are very concerned with love, with romance. There are some future prospects entering into the realm of the physical manifestations going on here in October. We are going to see a huge increase of like-minded people enter into our realm, many bringing brand new soul contracts, romantic contracts, business contracts, of course, friendship contracts. We're at a level of ascension right now in our energetic healing where, people need to fall away in order to create space for the brand new people to actually enter in. Many of my Cancer and friends are very focused on the heart chakra this month. And because of that, we do have to purge the old emotional baggage in order to clean the slate and make space for the new people entering in, for the new emotions coming in, for the new excitement coming in as well. The last thing that they want to illuminate to is the fact that, yes, it has been very overwhelming in your headspace. It has felt like you've reached a breaking point, especially with your thoughts, the negative narratives running around. And we are kind of reaching and ending a completion point of a lot of these very negative thoughts having control. This is going to be the great transformation, again, that we're going through in this month of October. And because you do have a lot of these energies built up in your 8th house of death, rebirth, transformation, you best believe that this is going to be affecting your mental plane. These 8th house aspects are highlighting the Aquarian energy, which is the observer, which is the higher intellect. And so once we can kind of step out of our ego and align with our higher selves, we're able to see a brand new connection take place, a brand new aha moment take place. And from that, new ideas, new inspiration, and a brand new path forward can actually emerge. So that is your energy forecast for October, Cancer. I hope you have a beautiful month, and we'll talk to you soon.